I'm about to give you a secret tip on how you get paid. Don't tell anyone. G'day everyone, it's Simon here from the Contract Company. That's what we do, day in, day out, and sometimes overnight. Lucky us. We also run a not-for-profit called askacontractlawyer.org.au where you can ask video questions like this one, and we'll make you a video answer, all for free, designed to help educate you. Right, so what is the secret tip to ensure you get paid? Here it is. Don't go into debt. Well, that's about as helpful as a aperture in the cranium, isn't it? Yes, it is. So this is the big issue, right? If you provide goods or services, you can do practical things to ensure that you don't go into debt. So I made a flippant comment at the start, but it's got some seriousness to it. So, try as much as you can to get your money up front. Try to get your client to pay for materials or goods so that you are not out of pocket and bearing or carrying that debt. And also try and put in place things like milestone payments to ensure you get paid at certain intervals through the project. So if there's a dispute at the end, the amount that's owing is only small. But if you can't do any of that, and from a contractual perspective, what can you do to ensure that you get paid? Here is a sneaky little tip. It all comes from the fact that going to court in Australia is expensive. And so if you need to go to the magistrates court or the district court or whatever it's called in the relevant jurisdiction, all the way up to the Supreme Court, that can cost a lot of money. And in fact, you don't want to go to court, I would say, in my opinion, unless you are owed, upwards of $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 because it's expensive. So if someone doesn't pay you, obviously you can have a good contract in place that protects you. And we know about that because that's what we do. But you want to have certain terms in the contract that can really help you. So is in the ACT, as an example, where we are based, and this is true for some but not all jurisdictions around Australia, if you have a small claims court, you go to the if you've got a small claims matter, which is under a certain amount, in the ACT it's 25,000. If it's under 25,000, you can go to the small claims court to get your money. Now, the benefit of the small claims court is that the filing fee is not very expensive. I think it's around $200. And lawyers turning up is actually frowned upon. So you can go and turn up, represent yourself, and most likely get some or all of your money. So now the issue you get is what happens, and this is the secret tip, what happens if you're owed more than $25,000? You might think, well, if it's over $25,000, I have to abandon my right to get that money, but you don't. In the ACT, and as I say, in some jurisdictions, in the relevant legislation, if the other party has consented to any matter being brought in the relevant court, and they understand that you are not abandoning any future claim you may have that exceeds the $25,000, you can contractually bind them to agree to go to the small claims court even if the matter exceeds $25,000. And that's a good tip. Because I'll tell you what, if someone owes you $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and they've signed up to the contract, and it clearly shows that they've consented to the matter being brought into the equivalent of the small claims court, and you can show that through their their agreement to the contract, then you've got the grounds to bring it to the small claims court, which saves you money and help you get a much better result, much cheaper. It's not a bad tip. Keep that one to yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us, simon@contractcompany.com.au. Or 1-800-355-455. I hope that helps.